It's free. Please, please, please subscribe. Enjoy the video. Oh, hi. Come in. Come in. I did not see you there. I was really concentrating on the task at hand. Come in. Come in. Step in. Please have a seat. Oh, these are just new oils that we have received. As you know, our establishment is quite famous because of these beautiful and wonderful skin oils that we carry. Yes, they're brand new. Actually, not just brand new as in new inventory. They are a brand new line that we are carrying. They're very potent according to the vendor. So we're going to be trying them out very soon. For now, I am just taking them out of the box, making sure that each bottle is in perfect condition before we stock them up on our shelves, start using them on our guests, and to learn more about them. So please have a seat. Don't be shy. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the products that we carry. Okay? Oh, you want to know about these ones? For sure. Okay, so let's see, where do I begin? Because they're brand new. Well, I think what I can do is read some of the information on the catalogs that come with these products. Do you think that's something that would work for you? Absolutely. Any additional questions you may have, I can help you out, because in the end, we do carry other products with similar ingredients as these ones. The only difference is that these 4 that we are carrying are luxurious, very, very high end, and they are a little bit more expensive. This is the reason why we are going to incorporate these oils within the other skincare treatments that we offer, so that all of our guests can experience them. And for any of those who wish to purchase these bottles separately, those products are available to them. Having said that, we would still provide them with training, education on how to use these oils to their maximum benefit. For you see, when it comes to oil application on the skin, it's not just about applying it onto your skin. There is a process. Some of them you need to massage them onto your skin. Also, some are better used during the night, right before going to bed. Others work better in conjunction with other beauty products such as toners, creams, and so forth. But these four in particular, they're very concentrated, very potent. So let me explain each one. Okay, so let me get a sample of each one. Just a moment. Okay, let's see. All right. So let's begin with the first one, because this one in particular, the ingredient is what our spa is mostly known for, and basically where it gets its namesake. So here, have a look at the bottle. Alright, so the very first one is called Love Me Rose Oil. You'll notice that the glass has been designed with softened curves rather than sharp edges. The creator of this product wanted the bottle to feel comforting to hold, almost like a keepsake rather than a cosmetic product. Quite clever. The glass itself has a delicate blush tint, soft pink under daylight, but warmer and deeper under candlelight. So as you can imagine, this oil would be quite lovely to be used during the night, perhaps during bath time, using some scented candles. Just an idea. When the oil moves inside the bottle, it catches the light slowly, almost like liquid silk. The cap is finished in brushed rose gold, not overly reflective, because the designer wanted the presentation to feel calming rather than overstimulating. If you've gone to other stores, you notice that many perfume bottles, maybe makeup bottles, other skincare products come in packagings with catchy colors, and it is understandable as to why they designed them that way, because they're trying to catch customers' attention. Nothing wrong with that. Everyone has their own way of marketing their products. But in this case, the designer's approach is different. Even the weight of the bottle was carefully considered. A bottle that is too light can feel temporary. A bottle that is too heavy can feel cold and clinical. You have to keep in mind that when you are applying your skincare products, you are in a very relaxed state. So the weight of the bottle can enhance that experience or it can disrupt it, because if you are holding a heavier bottle and you are relaxed, chances are that sensation could disrupt your relaxation, because you have to pay attention to how you are handling such bottle. Just a thought. So this bottle was designed to feel grounding, elegant, and emotionally gentle. According to our contact, our distributor of this brand says that many guests tell them that they continue holding the empty bottle long after they've used the last drop. So that is very interesting feedback. Love Me Rose Oil was created to remind the wearer that beauty rituals should never feel rushed or punishing, only nurturing. Now, let's talk about the contents of this bottle. The roses used for this formulation are primarily damask roses, harvested very early in the morning while traces of dew still remain on the petals. At that hour, the fragrance is softer, creamier, almost honey-like. The petals are handled very delicately because roses bruise easily, and once bruised, they begin losing some of their aromatic complexity. That fragility is part of what makes rose extraction so precious. Thousands upon thousands of petals are required to produce even small amounts of rose oil, which is why rose has remained associated with luxury, romance, tenderness, and emotional softness for centuries. But despite its luxurious reputation, rose is also deeply comforting. It is not a loud flower, not at all. It does not demand attention. Have you noticed that? It doesn't demand it. Its scent stays close to the skin, warm, powdery, intimate, almost like a memory. In skincare rituals, rose oil is traditionally associated with hydration, softness, comfort, restoring dull or tired skin, supporting the appearance of elasticity, helping the skin appear rested and nourished. Many people are surprised to discover that rose-based oils are especially loved by skin that feels stressed, overworked, or emotionally exhausted. And perhaps that makes sense. After all, roses themselves are delicate flowers that still continue blooming despite heat, wind, rain, and the changing of the seasons. Now, let's open the bottle. Let's give it a try. And don't worry about it, because this bottle, we're going to use it for sampling. Okay, so let's just open it, shall we? Okay. All right. So you may notice that the sun does not arrive all at once. Let's just take a moment. You feel that? It's unfolding gradually. So gentle, just like a rose. Now, as you just enjoy the scent of this rose oil, I'll continue reading what the catalog is saying about this one. Now, it says here, roses have been associated with emotional comfort, tenderness, heart-centered rituals, self-love, and emotional openness, as well as very difficult emotions. Sometimes, sadly, people are going through very difficult situations, and so rose oil is something that they can incorporate as part of their treatment, and not just skincare treatments, but it is incorporated into aromatherapy. And some aromatherapists have described rose oil as an emotional armor, which I find very interesting. It's basically something that works not by force, but gently, patiently, like warm rain. Now, according to the catalog, it explains when people have mostly used this product. When are they gravitated towards the Love Me Rose oil? Well, according to the feedback and the research, people have used this rose oil after burnout, a heartbreak, and long periods of stress, or simply during moments when they wish to reconnect with softness, right? Just softness. I guess you could use it as a preventative measure, basically before reaching that stress. For example, you are anticipating difficult moments, situations around the corner. You want to connect with softness right before heading into battle. I guess that's why they're saying that it's like an armor, right? Because you're connecting with softness, which then helps you connect with yourself, with your emotions, with your heart, with your mind, and then you're ready to face the challenge. quite fascinating how we can find strength in something that is so soft and gentle. Now let's talk about the texture. So if you just grab the cap, there's a dropper. So just drop a few oil drops onto your hand. Exactly. Just like that. Drop, drop. And feel the texture. You'll notice the texture immediately. So, unlike heavier oils that sit heavily on the skin, this one was designed to melt gradually with body heat. The warmth of the hands activate the aroma further, which is why when we have used our other oils, we always recommend pressing the oil into the skin slowly rather than rubbing aggressively, right? Just want to slowly, slowly, slowly press it onto your skin, right? Just like this. Slowly, slowly. Just like that. You like it even though the oil is only on your hands. The oil will leave behind a luminous finish, but not an overly glossy one. Basically, it's going to resemble rested skin, the kind of softness that appears naturally after deep sleep. Another interesting thing about this oil is some people use it on their hair. So what they'll do is they'll just grab a small amount and apply it onto the ends of their hair. Just a little bit. Because it's very, very moisturizing. I think it's quite lovely to apply oil on the ends of your hair right before going to bed, because it's like a secret. People are going to wonder why your hair smells so nice and looks so luminous, soft, but they don't know that you are using Love Me Rose oil. And well, that is it for now for the Love Me Rose oil. And we're gonna move to the next one, which I am also very happy to learn about because it's so different as well. Let me get the other one. This one is called Little Saffron Oil. Yes, you heard that right. Now, this oil, despite its name, it is perhaps the most precious oil in our new collection. We've never carried anything like this before. I would like you to notice its design. Unlike our larger oils, the bottle for Little Saffron Oil was intentionally designed smaller, more delicate, almost jewel-like. According to the feedback from the designer, it is said that guests initially ask why, why design something like a tiny bottle? And the answer is the following: because saffron itself teaches restraint, rarity, and preciousness. The bottle is crafted from warm amber glass with subtle golden undertones that become especially beautiful under low lighting. As the oil shifts inside, you may notice tiny saffron threads suspended within the liquid itself. The designer chose to leave some visible intentionally, not for decoration alone. As a matter of fact, it was left there as a reminder that extraordinary things are often incredibly small. The bottle cap has a satin gold finish that feels smooth and warm in the hand. Not flashy, not excessive. It is quiet luxury. Even the dropper was designed differently for this oil. It releases the product one slow drop at a time. This encourages patience. And why is this done? Because little saffron oil was never meant to be rushed. Never. Such a beautiful concept. Saffron is one of the rarest botanical ingredients used in beauty rituals. Each saffron thread comes from the stigma of a small purple flower known as the crocus flower, and every thread must be harvested carefully by hand. One flower produces only a tiny amount, which means thousands upon thousands of flowers are required to create even modest quantities of saffron. That is why saffron has often been called red gold. Again, this is quite luxurious. Its rarity made it treasured across ancient beauty rituals in parts of the world, many parts of the world. For centuries, saffron oils and infusions were associated with radiance, luminous skin, ceremonial beauty, right? It was used in ceremonial rituals. It is associated with warmth, prestige, and restoration after exhaustion. Despite its luxurious reputation, there is something unexpectedly comforting about saffron. Its aroma is warm, earthy, golden, almost like sunlight filtered through fabric. There's no sharpness to it, no harshness. Again, only warmth. I wonder if this would be something that we can incorporate into our winter skincare packages, because winter can be very harsh sometimes on the skin, and because there isn't a lot of sunlight during the winter months, perhaps this could be something that could help while we wait for the sun to return. Just something to think about. In aromatherapy traditions, saffron is often associated with emotional brightness, not artificial happiness, not forced positivity, but a gentle light returning after emotional heaviness. According to the distributor, little saffron oil is chosen by many guests during periods where they feel emotionally depleted, disconnected from beauty, or exhausted by overstimulation. Saffron has this remarkable ability to feel both luxurious and comforting at the same time. It's like being wrapped in warmth after a long journey. It's quite lovely, isn't it? Now, what are the results after using saffron on the skin? Well, it is expected that the skin will look more nourished, velvety, and rested. So as we can see, this is something ancient and it is sacred. It is associated with a lot of ceremonies. So perhaps you could incorporate this into your home ceremony, right? Something that is simply your own. I also like the little extra note that it is here relating to little saffron oil, and it says, you do not need to become louder to become valuable. You do not need to become harder to survive. Some of the rarest things in the world remain soft, so beautiful and tender. So precious. And now let's check the third oil. It's another one. And this one is called Midnight Jasmine. I had mentioned that little saffron oil more than likely will be used more regularly during the winter months because of its warmth and sunlight type color. I think with Midnight Jasmine, it's going to be used in the summer. At the end of the day, these oils, you can use them anytime you want. You do not need to follow the seasons. It's your personal preference. And here I'm going to tell you why Midnight Jasmine goes really well with the summer months. So this oil was inspired by warm summer evenings, open windows, distant rain, and the quiet stillness that arrives long after the world has gone to sleep. Even the bottle itself was designed around nighttime. The glass is a deep, translucent midnight blue, dark enough to appear almost black in low light. Yet, when held near a candle or soft lamp, subtle indigo reflections begin appearing beneath the surface, like moonlight reflected on water. The lettering is delicate silver rather than gold. The designer wanted the presentation to feel cool, calming, dreamlike. The bottle itself is slightly taller than our others and more slender in shape. It is elegant, quiet in design, like something left waiting beside a bedside table after midnight. And perhaps that is fitting because jasmine is a flower deeply connected to the night. And I don't know if you have ever encountered jasmine. I can share my personal experience with this beautiful flower. And I too associate it with late spring and summer. Jasmine has this scent that is dry. It doesn't disperse. It doesn't spread easily. You have to be in close proximity to the jasmine flower to pick up its scent. However, when there's humidity, right, especially on those hotter summer evenings, and you feel the humidity everywhere, and there's a breeze, that combination of water in the air and the breeze help carry the jasmine scent, and it permeates everywhere. Once there was a house that I used to walk by all the time. One block, basically, before I got to the end of that block, I could smell the jasmine, and it would get stronger and stronger as I got closer to the house. And this scent was strongest on humid nights. It was so lovely, intoxicating, and relaxing. Very, very relaxing. So I am thinking that the designer and the formulation have come close to trying to bring that feeling for the people who use midnight jasmine. And see, as I'm skimming through the catalog, it seems the designer is validating what I just said, because it says that many varieties of jasmine release their strongest aroma after sunset, especially during humid evenings when moisture lingers in the air. It is almost as though the flower waits patiently for darkness before fully revealing itself. And the scent itself is unforgettable. Soft, dry, velvety, floating gently through warm air. That is jasmine. For centuries, jasmine has been associated with emotional calm, sensual softness, nighttime rituals, tranquility, emotional openness, and dream states. And unlike brighter floral scents that demand attention immediately, jasmine unfolds slowly. The longer it remains on the skin, the softer and warmer it becomes. Now let's find out about jasmine and its skincare benefits. So according to the information here, jasmine infused oils are often associated with restoring softness, improving the appearance of tired skin, supporting hydration, comforting dryness, and helping the skin appear luminous and rested. So I really like how these oils really bring out the glow, right? Like glow is such a healthy sign, right, of beautiful skin. Now let's look at it from an emotional point of view and its aromatherapy properties. So this oil was created to inspire feelings of no urgency, tranquility, peace. So it's another oil that people are using after they've had very stressful moments. It too has a very calming effect, like the other oils that we have mentioned. But again, the calming effect that it has, each one is different, which I find extraordinary, because not all stressful situations are the same. As a result, not every restful oil is going to be the same. I find that very fascinating. Now, here's something interesting about jasmine oil. It is reported here that many guests use this oil before sleep rituals such as journaling, reading, meditating, and listening to nature sounds such as rain, or just resting next to an open window. So again, see how this is associated with summer months, or at least with parts of the world where there is warmer climate. So again, it's what a wonderful summer flower. It's almost as though carrying the night itself with them. And now let's look at the fourth and final oil. Okay, so this one is called Dreams from Ylang Ylang. This is another scent that I personally really enjoy. So let's have a closer look at this Dreams from Ylang Ylang. This one is used for deep rest, for evenings when the body feels heavy with exhaustion and the mind struggles to let go. Unlike the cooler elegance of midnight jasmine, this bottle was designed to feel warm immediately. The glass carries a soft golden honey tone with a matte finish that almost resembles sea glass softened by water over time. Do you love sea glass? I do. I like sea glass. It's very pretty. The surface feels velvety beneath the fingertips, comforting, grounded. The rounded shape was intentionally chosen to fit naturally within the palm of the hand, almost like a sleeping stone. Even the sound of the glass was considered. When placed onto wood or fabric, it produces a softer, quieter sound than our other bottles. The designer wanted every part of the experience to encourage slowing down. This is very interesting. I think this is a very lovely bottle. And now let's learn a little bit more about ylang. So this flower grows in warm tropical climates and are known for the rich, deeply calming aroma. The flowers themselves are delicate yellow blossoms that release their strongest fragrances in the evening air. Their scent is often described as creamy, floral, slightly fruity, warm, soothing, hypnotic. And perhaps the most beautiful thing about ylang is the emotional atmosphere it creates. Unlike energizing citrus oils or sharper florals, ylang softens rooms, softens moods, softens people. For generations, ylang has been associated in aromatherapy with emotional relaxation, stress relief, sleep rituals, nervous system calming, emotional reassurance, reducing emotional tension. And many people have described this oil as emotionally grounding after overwhelming periods, especially during times when they feel emotionally overstimulated or disconnected from rest itself. Because some people forget how to rest deeply, they can sleep but never fully soften. And this oil was created for softness. In my personal experience, I have smelled ylang in meditation rooms, and it just has a different calming effect. Now, there are many fragrances out there that can calm the nervous system, but they do it in very different ways. And again, you just have to find what works best for your nervous system, for your emotional state, for your skin, because when you address your emotional system, all of that will show right on your skin. They work together. They work together. Your skin is a map of what is happening on the inside. It is quite telling. And again, this is why I find this topic absolutely fascinating. It just never ends. Our skin is a map to our inner world. When using ylang, it leaves the complexion looking nourished, supple, luminous, and deeply comforted. Some of the feedback received from guests who have used dreams from ylang during evening baths, rainy nights, meditation rituals, or before sleep have reported those results. Now, some even keep the bottle beside their bed simply to inhale the aroma before closing their eyes. And that is what's so wonderful about these oils and their scents. They can also create safety in the room just by scent alone. That is priceless, absolutely priceless. And when you get a good night's rest, it helps with the health of your skin. And I think this is the important message to remember. When you come to the spa, you are here to nourish yourself, heal your skin, pamper yourself. And in some cases, people will spend the night at our establishment because we do have extra rooms, not too many at the moment, but guests can book rooms in advance and spend the night here so that they can sleep after receiving these soft but intense treatments, because you are allowed to rest before you figure everything out. You are allowed softness before you have fully healed. And that is what we provide here. Always keep that in mind. You are allowed to rest while you heal. You are allowed to rest. Again, you are allowed to rest. Sleep is not earned. You are allowed to take care of yourself, to take care of your skin, to take care of your heart, to take care of your mind. And if you can accomplish this through skincare, then that's great. So be it. And that's why we are here, to help you through that journey. So I am going to keep checking the other inventory, and you can stay here and just keep playing with the 4 oils. Mix and match. Try them on your skin. And I think we do have smaller bottles. These are teeny tiny samples that you can take home with you. Okay? If you have any questions, please do not hesitate. Please let me know. But I'll leave you there just to relax. Just relax. Alright? Does that sound like a plan? Wonderful. Okay? Have fun with the oils. See you around.